Good morning and welcome to the channel. I'm Heath and I'm down at the Wonder Tea Story coffee shop, which is a coffee shop on the corner of Soi 19 here in Jomtien. But this video applies to Jomtien and Pattaya. So if you click the thumbnail because you're thinking of coming here for the first time, this video is for you. Now, I'm going to call it Absolute Beginners, and the reason I got this idea for this video is because the room next to my condo sometimes gets rented out short term, and they had a young guy staying in there last month and he didn't know anything about the place. He just came here on the spur of the moment, and I think he missed out because he didn't know a few basic things about Pattaya. So I hope this video is going to help you for the first time. Now, it's not really a top 10 or anything like that. I'm just going to have a chat here as I drink my coffee and have the conversation that I had with my neighbour. So first of all, my advice would be when you come here, do not exchange your money at the airport. You won't get a very good rate at all. In fact, it's a bit of a rip-off. So before you actually head to the airport in your country, just go and get maybe 3,000 baht from your local exchange just to cover your taxi from the airport to get you into the city. And there'll be many currency exchanges about, and there's many ATMs all over the place. But however, if you use your English card, you will be charged 260 baht at the ATM. So if you choose that option, it's best to take out a large amount from the ATM and not just a few hundred baht here and there. When I first came here, one of the first things I did was head into LK Metro, and I went to a go-go bar called Touch. I think it's called Catch Me now. I think it's changed its name. I walked straight up to the bar and I asked for a JD and Coke, and they looked at me as if I'd just got off the plane, which actually I had. Now, what I'm trying to say is your days of queuing at the bar are over. Okay, you don't do that. You probably do that in your home country. Keep going up to the bar, paying for your drinks as you get them. Here, when you walk into a bar or a go-go bar, you'll be ushered to a chair and you'll be served your drinks. When you want another drink, you just signal to one of the bar staff there and they come to you. Now, you don't pay as you go. You get what you call a check bin, and it's a little bin with a little slip in there, and it will be adding up all the drinks that you are having. And at the end of the day, or before you leave the bar, you just signal to one of the girls there or one of the staff members and say check bin, and they come over and take your money, give you your change. You know, your days of queuing up are over. Well, they're only over if you're coming to live here. If you're coming on holiday, they're only over for a while. I should cut that because I said that was wrong. Okay, the other thing is the BART buses. Now the BART buses, they go from Jomtien all the way through Pattaya and vice versa. And all you do, you just thumb them down or just signal them with your hand and jump on. And when you want to get off, you just press the little button and you can get off the bus. As simple as that. But also remember to pay on the passenger side. Don't pay on the driver's side, whatever you do. It's really dangerous to do that. You could get knocked down by a motorbike. I've seen many people pay that way, and it does cause a bit of problem for traffic as well, trying to get around you. You always pay on the passenger side. The driver will just lean over and take your money. Okay, I know this is quite obvious for people that have been here before and people that live here, so this video may not be informative for you guys, but my neighbour did not even know who the guys in the orange shirts were. Now, the guys in the orange waistcoats that you see everywhere are taxi motorbikes. You just signal one of them or just approach one and tell them where you want to go, and they will get you around for just a few baht. It'll be like 60 to 100 baht wherever you want to go. And yeah, but always ask how much it's going to be before you get on the motorbike. Okay, just so you know, because you might not know how fast something is, and you might think it's going to be 60 baht and it might end up being 100 baht. So just ask before you get on the motorbike. One thing that I actually explained to my neighbour was the situation with buying drinks for ladies in bars. Now, if you buy a drink for a lady in a bar and she works in that bar, it's called a lady drink. okay, you'll pay a bit more for it, maybe 120, high-end places 150, somewhere around that price, because they make their money by drinking lady drinks, and they get a cut, normally 40 baht or 50 baht from that drink, and that's how they make their money. So if you want to buy a drink for a lady in a bar, they do appreciate it, but it is going to cost you a little bit more. And also keep in mind that they have to drink to make money. So if they get a very weak whiskey and soda, don't feel like you're being ripped off. Just keep in mind that they have to drink quite a lot to make some money. And where you can drink a lot, and if you feel rough the next day, you can have a quiet day on the beach, they've got to go back to work. So they'll probably opt for a weaker drink. So their job is to take care of you in the bar, and lady drinks is how they make their money. If you meet a girl that you like in a bar and you want to maybe take her out, maybe somewhere for a game of pool or drink somewhere else, you have to pay what they call a bar fine. This is compensating the bar for losing a member of staff. And I recommend if you are drinking and you've had 3 or 4 drinks with a lady in a bar and you think you would like to take her for something to eat or take her to play pool, it's a good idea to take her to another bar drinking, because if you stay in her bar where she works, you'll be paying lady drinks all evening. But if you take her to another bar, then you'll be paying normal drink prices for her. I mean, it's a lot of fun to drink with ladies in the bar. Some of them are really good pool players, and there's quite a few bar games they have in the bars as well, which are a lot of fun. Keep in mind that if you're drinking with a lady, they're going to be more comfortable playing one of these bar games or playing pool with you, because it's easier for them rather than struggling with the language difference. You're not going to have an in-depth conversation about human rights monstrosities in some country, or the state of the universe. You won't get in-depth conversation from any of the Thai girls here. So if you want to talk about science, you're in the wrong country. But yeah, so playing a bar game is a lot of fun. You don't have to talk so much, and yeah, just keep in mind that the drinks you'll be paying for her will be a little bit more expensive. Okay, if you are in a go-go bar and you see a lady that you'd like to have a drink with, although it's something I don't really recommend because it's a little bit pointless, they'll all have numbers on them, and you just tell the mama-san there. The mama-san is the lady that's in charge of the ladies. The lady in charge of the ladies. You'll know who she is. She stands out. She's normally a bit older. But really, they're going to come and sit with you. They're going to have a drink with you. They probably won't talk a great deal of English. And after about 10-15 minutes, they've got to go up and dance again. So I don't really recommend hopping from go-go bar to go-go bar, buying drinks for ladies. You'll end up spending a lot. And also another important thing is, you might see people ringing the bell in a bar, but in Pattaya they normally have 2 bells, and one is for all the ladies in the bar and one is for everybody in the bar. I don't recommend this. Recently I was talking to 2 guys in a bar in Pattaya, and they said they ring the bell in every bar they go to see which one is the most expensive. But they say it doesn't matter because they live here. And I thought, well, if you keep doing that in every bar you go to, you won't be living here very long because you'll quickly run out of money. So I would think twice about ringing the bell in a bar, because there'll be people in the bar you don't even know. They won't even come and say thank you for the drink. It's really not worth doing. Yes, you get a cheer from everyone, but yeah, don't ring the bell in the bar if you're on holiday. And finally, a lot of the roads here don't have paths, and people do drive, they drive crazy sometimes here, and there's loads of motorbikes, and you can get knocked down by a motorbike quite easy if you're not paying attention. So don't get too drunk and be one of those tourists that just doesn't look where they're going. There's no paths in a lot of places, especially along Soi Buakhao. So you just got to be careful when you're walking down the road here. That might sound silly, but when you get here, you'll know exactly what I mean. So just take care when you're walking about. Also, where there are paths, most of the time the paths are not great, and you can easily sprain your ankle. Yeah, this is only a brief video, a quick one, just to I hope it helps someone out. If you're a regular subscriber and a regular viewer, this video, you probably haven't even got this far because you've probably heard it all before. But there are people out there that don't know anything about this place and they are ready to come here. Just enjoy yourself. It's a really great place. If you're coming here for the first time, you probably won't get to Jomtien. This is somewhere that you discover after a few trips to Pattaya. So you're probably going to go straight into Pattaya city. Enjoy yourself and have fun. And if you haven't subscribed, I make quite a few videos out and about here in Jomtien and Pattaya, so do consider hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Have a great week or a great weekend, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.